Hey everybody, welcome back to Nicsminibikes. Today we're going to do some work on Kaitlyn's Honda XR100R. We got no spark. I did some testing to the electronics. I'm not going to show that because I don't really know what I'm doing. But you needed a special tool to catch the spark to tell you if something was working or something like that. I don't know. But it cost more to buy that tool than all of the ignition parts combined. So I said screw it, and I just bought all the ignition parts. So what we got today, we got some tires and tubes. We got a new whatever this is. I don't even know. We got a new coil and spark plug wire and boot. It came with a new spark plug. We got a new stator. This is a what is it called? A one-phase stator because we don't power any lights or anything like that, which made a big difference in price. So that was cool. We got that. Our stator cover was broken, so I got a couple stator cover gaskets. And a new stator cover. I also went ahead and got a new chain, a new front, and a new rear sprocket because they were pretty cheap. All this tires, tubes, all these parts cost me around 200 bucks. So this will at least get her back riding again. So we get all this put back in this box. And all this is loose still, I believe. So we got the seat and just the tank, I believe. And then we're ready to jump into this mess. So we're just going to dive on in. I'm going to start with getting this chain off. There's our master link right there. I should have looked at this chain before I bought chain. But the chain and the new sprockets came as a kit, so they will fit each other. So there's our old chain. See how floppy that is. She tired. So this is our pickup here, and it would have been screwed in right there. And this is her old stator cover, as you can see. And it's garbage now. But I need to get underneath this little baby flywheel here. So to do that, I'm going to need an impact gun and whatever size that is, a 16 maybe. And we need to get that flywheel off of there. I just brought a handful of sockets around the size that I thought. None of them are right. Back we go. All right, we got our size figured out. It's a 17. Just gonna pop that nut off. All right, so this threw me for a loop. This is the left-hand thread to screw your puller in. I got this kit off of Amazon a long time ago, but it's a left-hand thread. So to tighten it in, you go counterclockwise, like so. Oops. So hard to get that because it just doesn't feel right, you know? So there's that. Then you tighten this bit in and it pushes on that crankshaft and it'll pull that flywheel off. See if I got the right size. Yep. Just like that. There's our flywheel. She's a little dirty inside. The parts and the kit that I used to get that off, I'll link in the description below. But as we were checking for spark, we started over here. We changed the boot to a boot I actually got from Racer Pro Quip. We still didn't have spark. We tested the coil, whatever this little box is called. We tested that. Not really sure how, but we just kept following it along and we got down here to the stator. And what made me decide it was the stator was this. You can see on that pickup. We got bare copper wires frayed and just hanging out, so that's no good. So now that we're this deep, we'll get this unplugged. Colors match. So this was a three-phase, I think that's what it's called, a three-phase stator, so we could have ran lights and whatever we wanted to, really, off of these two wires. Since we don't run any of that, ours has just got the two wires coming out of it. It'll just be these two. But either way, you get these two bolts out. They look like M8s. Let me go get an M8 socket, kind of just getting my tools together as we go. So let me get my M8 socket, and we'll get these pulled out next. So we just want to make sure that we take note of where this big coil is. It's at the, what is that, a 10 o'clock-ish position. And we're just going to take loose these two M8s. And that's our stator removed. Here's a close-up of that pickup. I don't know if you guys can see it in the video, but we have a pretty good wildfire happening 30 miles away, maybe 40 miles away, and it is raining ash down. I'll show you the hood of the car. This smells like a campfire all day, and that yeah, that ash is just raining. So anyway, I'm not going to worry too much about cleaning any of this. Got the wire coming out the back, and we'll just kind of feed it through its loop back there. Get these bolts started. We got that bad boy facing the same direction. I'm just going to get these snug. They're little M6 bolts, so man, just keep that in mind while you're going to town on those. So here's what that new pickup looks like compared to our old one. New here, old here. Pretty sure this was our culprit for no spark, and the rest of these parts are probably good still. We'll just slide that rubber right in there. Take away as much slack from that yellow wire as we can. And this is a mounting bolt. It's going to go in the top hole. So we'll just get this pickup put on. There's a little dowel for the bottom hole. Get it on that dowel, and we'll get that snugged up. We got our wires tucked in really nice. This is out. Our colors almost match, so we're going to assume they go this way. I got blue and yellow to blue and white, and red and black to red and black. Now we're ready for that flywheel to go back on. Not really going to do any cleaning in this. I'm going to take it over and I'm going to blow it out with the air gun. That's all I'm going to do on that. This flywheel is keyed. Our key's back here. You can see the keyway right there maybe. But we're just going to line that up. I checked the torque on this nut. I believe it was 5 to 6 whack whacks with an ugga dugga. About right there. And with just that being replaced, I would almost guarantee we have spark on the other side. So let's just see if I kick it over by hand, if we can see spark on that spark plug there. Probably gonna zap myself. Whatever. Oh yeah. Our spark is back. This bike will probably start. I'm fairly confident it's good to go. But since we have all these new parts, let's replace them. This shoved through this way. And see what we're doing. Just unplug it. Green goes to green there. And we'll just throw this on the shelf. It'll be a good backup. And there's our replacement. Green to green. There we go. Black to black. Slide it onto the bracket. Now this is called a CDI box. I remembered a little bit ago here. So let's just pull that out of there. Get it unplugged. This is a good part still too, so we'll save that. And we'll put our new one in. Just 2 plugs in one, 3 in the other. You can't mix them up. We'll just slide it into the rubber that's on there already, I guess. These 2 wires, I have no idea what they go to. This, I believe, is kill switch, along with this. I think these need to be fixed together, if I'm not mistaken. This is definitely kill switch, so bam, and ground. Imagine that needs to be there. So let me get set up. We'll get that fixed. So to make this easier on myself, I'm just going to take that ground screw out. So I use these. They got solder in the middle. We'll just stick one end in there. And the red in that seals against moisture, so not worried about needing to do any kind of heat wrap or heat shrink or nothing like that, because it'll be fully sealed. So just melt it around them first, seals them up. Then we'll focus on the middle, and that solder will melt. You'll see it flow. And that connection's good to go. We'll just plug that back into that one and put our grounds back in. That's cool. They got that little notch in there, so when you tighten that, it doesn't let that eyelet spin on you. I like that. So there's that. We have our spark back. So Katie came home from her Florida trip, and she put her gas tank and her seat back on while I was sleeping, apparently. So all we really got left to do is to get this cover put on. And for that, we got this gasket here. And it's just going to go right there. All right, so there's the XR100R. I think we're all done here. So let's just see if it'll start. Alright, so yesterday I kicked on this, I kicked on it, and never got it to start. So I went ahead and just put it away and took a break. So let's try again today. Chokes on and neutral, cold start. Choke on, that thing just races away. So that's all we were really after in this video. Get that spark fixed. It does start. I think that carburetor needs some attention, seems like. So that's going to do it for this episode of Nicsminibikes. Make sure you hit the link down in the description. Go check out the merchandise. We got hats, shirts, hoodies, all kinds of cool stuff. Go get you something. And as always, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's free for you, and it helps us out. We appreciate you being here, and we'll catch you on the next one.